Judd Zolga, Derek Whitmore back with you. Long day, Derek. We started at Winter Park talking about the Vikings coaching search coming to an end with the hiring of Mike Zimmer, and now we ended at TCF Bank Stadium, which of course is the home of Gopher hockey. Huh?
Right.
It was an interesting game here. The Gophers beat Ohio State 1-0. First big-time outdoor game in this state. Probably not the last one. I'm guessing, I don't know what your thoughts are on this one. I'm guessing the next time we see outdoor hockey here, though, it'll probably be the Wild. It just does. The Gophers have now played 2 of these outdoor games in 2 years. They played the first one last season in Chicago. They played this one here now. It's a cool event, but let's be honest, it's a novelty, and I don't know how much you want to repeat that.
Well, I think the concern is that you're right. It's an exhibition game, and that it counts in the conference standings. Now,
which I hate.
Ohio State isn't
Excuse
that.
me while I unbutton my coat a little bit here.
Ohio State isn't that formidable. So I'm not, I'm concerned. It's not like the Gophers lost this game, but last year, as you talked about earlier, I think we were talking about in the middle of the second period, the Gophers lost that game in Chicago that ended up costing them. And I don't know if college hockey is going to continue to do that. I agree with you that the NHL will eventually have an outdoor game in Minnesota. I think the Wild have been holding out for the Winter Classic, but Mike Russo wrote in the Star Tribune on Sunday that Leopold, the Wild's owner, Craig Leopold, might be willing to loosen the reins on that a little bit to try and bring some more attention to outdoor hockey in Minnesota, and that would be at the professional level.
And the only question then becomes, where do you play it? Do you play it here at TCF Bank Stadium, football stadium, where you have the circular, nice football?
And if you're going to do it here, are you going to do it in the middle?
Yeah, see that, this is what I said from the start of the announcement that they're going to play this game. I said, put the ice at one end, build temporary bleachers, so the fans have real good sight line.
It's more intimate too.
Yeah, and you don't need the whole thrust of these games. Let's be honest. It's what they did. It's what the Red Wings did against Toronto for the Winter Classic this year in Ann Arbor. It's to put as many people in the place you can because it looks cool. This was announced as the biggest hockey crowd
ever to watch an outdoor game in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I think they announced it was about 45,000. If I had to guess, Judd, it was half of that.
And forgive me if I'm not jumping up and down about that. But the other place that they talk
You're
about,
such a black heart.
Well, it's just, great. It's an outdoor game. But the other place where they could play a Winter Classic here certainly would be TCF Bank Stadium.
No, Target Field.
Or Target Field.
They did play at TCF Bank.
Yes,
I actually think, Judd, off that point, I think Target Field would be a fun venue to try out.
I agree.
Because I think you could put it in, whether it's in, say, left field and you build temporary bleachers around from center field to third base, or you put it back by home plate. I don't know if the ice rink would work there, but then you have all of those seats around the lower concourse, maybe even the Legends Club, and then you just put temporary seats out around the infield. I think that could be a pretty good venue for a hockey game.
Amen. The reason I like the baseball idea is because they've got to be creative. Here, my fear is if the Wild played here, for instance, and let's say you had the Gophers played here on, Saturday, the Wild played on Sunday, whatever it is. Here you're going to put the rink once again right in the middle. You don't have to get creative. In a baseball environment, you have to get creative. I almost like that idea more. The Twins certainly have been in contact with the National Hockey League about potentially hosting a Winter Classic, so that could be cool too. But nonetheless, outdoor hockey in Minnesota, TCF Bank Stadium was the first place to have it.
Yeah, and like I said, I think you're too much of a black heart for looking at that 45,000. I think that's kind of a cool thing. Now we can say that we were here for this, covering it. Yeah, 45,000 people to watch an outdoor hockey game.
Young and impressionable.
Maybe it's because I'm naive and too green behind the ears.
It's not really naive. It's just impressionable. It's great outdoor hockey. Yeah, fantastic. 45. Who else was going to draw this crowd?
Yeah, well, anyways, I think that'll pretty much do it for our video here at TCF Bank Stadium. For the Blackheart Judd Zolgad.
That's not true.
I'm Derek Whitmore.
I love everybody.
Thanks for coming to 1500ESPN.com.